Okay, guys, so I decided I wanted to narrate this whole video so you can see what I did. I actually did warm up a little bit with something different. This is pretty much my whole workout. I am wearing my Polar 370 heart rate monitor. I burned about 900 calories in the workout and tried to keep it as dynamic as possible. I'm doing a lot of band work. So I've done this one before, glute press. The weight doesn't have to be super heavy. I did go up. I didn't videotape that. And then basically I'm double banding my knees. You open up your feet and you can't really see my feet, but they're staying planted. You could do this a bunch of different ways. You can lean back, sit up, and lean forward. I got this one from the glute guy, Brett. Totally stole it from him, and I added that as a superset. Today is all about the bands. So right after I was done on that, I was going to do glute squats on the Smith machine, and then I decided to move over to the hack squat. So good, you could see that I'm doing a squat with another band open. So I wanted to stick to making sure that I did everything for at least 12, 15, and going back to that glute press and the band open, I did the glute press for 12 to 15, because I did go up in weight, as I mentioned. And then I did the band open for about 20 reps. When I had lighter bands, I actually did it for 30 reps. You could do it 30, sometimes I have my clients do it for like 50 reps. So then if you notice now, instead of going up in weight, I actually went up in bands. So now I have an orange and a black band on. And again, I want to stick to the same thing, same rep count, where I'm doing 12. So this, you'll work, and notice how I'm hitting that 90 degrees. You could even go a little bit lower, but at least hitting that 90, keeping your heels on the pad. And you can't really tell, but my feet are about a foot apart, or two fists. But then what I decided to do is, again, going nuts with the bands. I end up doing a superset. So what I did was I did some isometric tempos. So for this particular one, I did 15 tempos, and I still have the bands on. The important part is that you don't let the knees buckle. So I'm not really showing you the front, but you can see that my knees aren't buckling. So I'm forcing my glutes to engage to keeping the bands open. Now, as you can see, the weight is still not heavier, but now I have on 3 bands. So it makes it just a little bit harder. Again, it doesn't always have to be about going super, super heavy. Sometimes I change it up. I go high volume. I do drop sets. Or then here I add some band work. And then I ended up doing the exact same thing with this rotation. And I actually did it with the first rotation also, but I was a little close to the camera, so that's the reason why I kind of edited it out. So I'm going to go over here again, keeping those knees pushed out and going into my pulse squats or tempo squats, and making sure those knees don't buckle. So keep the tension on the glutes. It was fire. So as I'm pulsing, I am going to explain. I basically then decided to go up in weight, and I love how creative I get. That's why I love doing videos for you guys. So I did go up in weight. I added a 25-pound plate on, and what I'm doing is an isometric squat with 5 band opens instead of just 1. And I did that for 5 reps. And it was rough. So up in weight, doing an isometric, and then doing 5 in a row. And then I ended up doing a few more reps of just the squats. So these bands, just so you know, you can get them on Amazon. 2 of them are from Nibu Fit, and then, you can get any booty band. There are a million of them out there right now. The orange one is from Neebo Fit, Neeboofit. I've posted before about them. So I just finished my 5, and now I'm just going to bang out my squats. And I think I ended up doing like another 5. Now, let me explain. Yeah, I think it was 5. Now, I absolutely stole this exercise from a video that I watched from Blackstone Labs with this guy called Tristan James. He's one of the trainers. He actually does massage therapy, but he talks about, everybody, and I'm actually going to superset it with the one that I usually do, where I put the weight all the way to the bottom, stack it, and I do the iso squat. But he explained, yes, I mean, that works a different area of the glute, but when you bridge up, like I was originally doing, you work another area of the glute, which is what we do when we do bridges. So I tried that superset. It was a rough one. Then I did some lunges, and I don't think I really supersetted that with anything. I just did some walking lunges. I started with a 40-pound preset barbell, then I upped it to a 60, and then I ended up just doing more reps on the third and fourth set. And most of my things I did 3, 4, or even 5, depending on how creative I was getting, sets on everything. Like the glute one, I ended up doing 5 sets. So now I only had my 1 red band, but I probably would have added 2 because it wasn't a lot of tension, and I'm talking about the long band. So now here, my feet are super wide, which is, again, today's focus was glutes and hamstrings. So I have the band on, I'm forcing my knees, pushing my knees out to stay in line with my ankles and my feet, but I'm still making sure that my knees don't buckle. I'm not pushing them out further. So now this is the second set, and I think if you can see, I had 3 plates in the first one, and now I went up to 4 plates. Oh, I got 3 bands on in this one. So I don't think I videotaped the first 2 rounds, which was just the orange band and 3 plates. And I wanted to stick to that same thing where I'm doing 12 reps of everything. So I think the first one I did 15 and the 1 band, and then everything else I said to myself, I am going to do 12 no matter how many bands I put on and no matter how many plates. And again, I didn't go crazy heavy. I will tell you this, I did not videotape, but I ended the workout with prone hamstring curls and leg extensions. And man, is that a booty.